All right, I found a pretty good place to land the canoe right here at the side, or the front side, I guess, the front right. And it looks like there's a path going up, so let's go check it out. Oh, this is a pretty nice campsite, I have to say. Looking at sunset over here, sunrise just over here. And there's a loon calling. It's usually one of my signs. It's just flying over, but here's the front section. A couple of good spots and good trees to put the hammock up and the bug shelter. There's a chair. I mean, who doesn't want one of those? Then down here, I don't know what that was, a grouse? Or just a bird? Super nice flat spots for my tent, like several, or the bug shelter and the hammock or whichever. Like just flat spots galore. Unfortunately, there wasn't good enough trees for the hammock. There were good enough trees for the bug shelter. I could have easily put it up here, but I wouldn't have been able to put the hammock in. These two trees right here would be almost perfect, except one, there's that in the middle. Two, the ground is uneven a bit there, and the trees are too close together. The bug shelter is actually quite large, and it's a little bit wider than these two trees. So that would have been a waste, and it just would have been making it too small. These trees here, they're great, but they're just too far apart for the hammock, as well as these two. And then there's really not much else. All right, it is 10:45 on Sunday morning, and I have done all the things. Everything is done. As I mentioned earlier, I'm not going to use this top level because the trees aren't good for my hammock. But I've set up the bug shelter here. Hammock is set up inside of it. I might have to drop it a little bit. I just kind of put it up there. I'm going to get the beaner so I can just like tack it to the middle there. There's a loop in there. And then what I did was I just put a beaner up there so I could clip it up and out of the way so I can still sit in there and cook and everything. Just right behind over here, I have my tent set up. I've left both of the doors open to get some nice airflow going through there. And thermarest blown up, sleeping bag there. Everything's all set up in there. And that's it, I'm done. So I'm really, really, really hot. And the deer flies have been driving me insane up here. Like I even had my baseball hat and my head net on for a while there. So I think I'm going to have a snack because I'm a little bit peckish. And then I'm going to go for a swim. I'm not sure where I'm going to swim yet. I haven't really looked for a spot. That's the only thing that I haven't done besides making a privy, which I'm going to make somewhere in the forest back there. I haven't figured that out yet, but I have all day. And yeah, other than that, I'm ready for another beautiful day here in River Provincial Park. It is going on 11 o'clock. And I wanted to come in here and test out the hammock and sit in the chair for a minute and have a snack and change, but I figured before I took off my bug shirt and my water socks and all that, I should go into the forest and make a privy. I went into the forest and I found this big white bucket, and it doesn't have a bottom. So it's quite a clever idea. Basically, I just have to go find a spot way back there and dig a nice deep hole, put the bucket over top of it, and then I can just sit on the bucket, and then when I'm done, just fill up the hole like normal, and then just put the bucket back where I found it, nice and clean and empty. So I'm quite happy about that. That's the best privy I've had since I've been here. I make some pretty good ones, but this one's pretty nice with the bucket. So I thought it might hurt to sit on it, but nope, it's super comfortable. So I did that, and then I marked a little trail. I just kind of dig my heel into the mulch just to kind of score a little bit so I can kind of see where it is. So when I wake up in the middle of the night in a panic, I know where to go, because, you know, after you go so many nights, like I woke up at 4 o'clock this morning to go to the bathroom, and you don't know which way's up. I don't remember what campsite I'm on, which way I have to go, which way the forest is. So yeah, that helps with the evening disorientation. So cut my little toenails there. If you don't have a little pair of clippers in your pack somewhere, I strongly suggest bringing one. Every once in a while I forget to trim my toenails before a trip, and they're perfectly fine in my flip-flops, but when you put the water socks on them, or the water sandals, or even in your hiking boots, they can, if they're too long, they can push on your feet, and they can really make your feet sore, especially if you're doing a lot of uphills and downhills. So now I've trimmed all those. I never had clippers before, and then I had this issue one time on a trip, and I tried to cut my toenails with my knife. I don't recommend that. I didn't hurt myself or anything, but it was a little bit touch and go there, and I'd much rather have the clippers. They're tiny, they don't take up a lot of room, and you know, if you need them, they're there. Just little teeny tiny things. So that's done. Taking off my bug shirt. My pants are next. I'm gonna put my shorts on. It's really, really warm. Some clouds just kind of came rolling in here. Don't look too bad, but making some shade every once in a while, so that's nice because it is really, really hot. And I've got this nice shady spot here in the bug shelter, in the forest, on my campsite. Tents right there, everything's nearby, and super nice. So I'm actually laughing now because I was actually gonna head home today, and I don't know, after doing that portage, I was like, you know, it'd be nice to break up those 2 portages. Not that it's a lot, like, but it's 1360 and a 600, so it's almost 2K. And I thought, you know what, it'd be nice just to do that other portage tomorrow. Let's see what the campsites are like, and this campsite is really nice. All right, well, there's my beautiful campsite, and there's a little bay in behind here. I'm gonna go check it out. Well, hello. What's happening? It is about 12 o'clock on Sunday, and I came out to do a little fishing. I know it's not the best time to fish, but I figured I'd just kind of float around on the lake and get some sun and do some fishing and explore, take pictures, whatever. There's some big clouds that came in. They don't look threatening at all. They're just providing a little bit of coolness from the sun. The sun is really hot. I don't know what the temperature is. I didn't actually take my thermometer out, but if I had to guess, I would say 24, 25 maybe. Feels like 28 or 29 with the humidex. It's very humid out. Yeah, so I have no idea what to use or what to fish for. I don't think this lake is deep enough for lake trout. I actually do have a printout on my phone. I screenshot a bunch of the fish information on my phone, but I haven't even looked at it. I know it's bad, eh? Here it is. I don't always catch what I want with it, but I almost always catch a fish with it. Well, I'm not having any luck at all. I've tried a whole bunch of different lures. I've tried fishing like on the bottom. It's actually quite deep, the lake. I'm pretty surprised how far down the lure will go. So I did some of that, some jigging. I used my bass lure, or my lure from Sean Rowley. I call it my bass lure because that's all I ever catch with it. Tried my squid, my spoon. I'm not sure what's in here, maybe nothing, plus it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It has been mostly cloudy. The sun's been popping out here and there, but it has been mostly cloudy, so it's quite comfortable. There's a very small breeze right now, and that keeps coming and going, and it kind of gets rid of the deer flies for the most part. All right, I'm back at camp. Looks almost like what I had for lunch yesterday, doesn't it? Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Here's my beautiful view. And I'm just listening to the deer fly buzzing around outside, and they're angry that I'm inside, and I'm so happy that I'm away from them. It's enough for me. Ooh, it's chilly. Some really big cold patches. It must get deep there. Woohoo! Oh, hi. Today is spa day on my trip. I just had a lovely cold spring cleansing, and now I'm applying some lovely Clinique face lotion, and next I will probably be putting on my eyebrows. And I've got my hair up in this lovely dew here after rinsing it with pure northern waters and some additives of pollen and pine cone seeds, possibly, maybe some pine needles, I don't know, a little bit of sucky muck debris. Me and my refreshed self are laying in the hammock. I was editing some pictures and videos, and then I kind of started getting wonky. I don't know why, but that's what happens, I guess. You swim, you eat, you go do a bunch of activities, portage, whatever, and then you have a nap. Anyways, I'm just laying here in my hammock. The sun is kind of coming through the trees onto the hammock, and I can feel the heat in here a little bit, but it's just comfortable, and I have a beautiful view, and yeah, it's a great day here. It's around 5 o'clock, and I'm sitting here by the water. The wind was gusting pretty good for quite a while, and I thought, oh, if the wind's blowing really strong, the bugs won't be bad because they'll all blow away. The deer flies especially do not like the wind, and those are what drives me the most crazy. The mosquitoes, they come, they bite you. Next day you start itching, you get a couple bumps, whatever. But the deer flies, they drive you insane. So anyways, the sun is out. It kind of comes and goes. There are some clouds in the sky, as you can see, but not too many. And the sun comes and goes, and it feels wonderful. And it's great to be able to sit outside of the bug shelter for a little while. But then all of a sudden it starts calming down again, and so far so good. So I'm just sitting out here on this rock, and Nothing's going on here. There's nobody here. I haven't seen a person since I left the access on Thursday. I'm just so impressed with that and so surprised. I thought for sure I would see some people somewhere, but I guess I just got lucky. Anyways, that's about all that's going on. I'm gonna head up and make dinner at some point soon. I think the winner tonight might be the chicken pot pie. I was really close to having it last night, but I also have buttered chicken here. So both are delicious, but I haven't had the chicken pot pie in a while, so I think that's the one I'm probably gonna go with. Anyways, that's it for now. I'll see you in a bit. When you find that perfect stick. Well, it's dinner time here on Claim Lake. I have an OTG Meals chicken pot pie today. It is in a freezer bag. I'm not sure why. I always split them in half because I find they're too much for just me. They are serving 2 servings. And I don't know, for some reason the original bag didn't make it back, or maybe it's still sitting empty in my bin. I have a big bin of freeze-dried meals with all this stuff in it, so who knows, but it's in a freezer bag, so I'm just gonna boil 3/4 of a cup of water, pour it in here, mix it up real good, wait 12 to 15 minutes, yada, 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 you guys know the drill, and then I get to have some delicious chicken pot pie. So I'm excited about this one, I really like it. I'll see you in a bit. All right, my chicken pot pie is ready. It looks really good. Look at that corn and those peas, like they look so fresh. Okay, I'm gonna go eat. See ya. Well, it's about 8:30 and I'm just laying here in my hammock inside the bug shelter, watching the sun start to drop, and what a great day here on Claim Lake. I'm so happy I decided to stay. Well, it's about 9:15. This is the scene here. The sky is really pretty. I saw some commotion in the water over there a little while ago, and it seems to have subsided now. I thought maybe it might be a moose. So I went to get my monocular. Sorry, it's on Zoom. But now it's vanished, so I don't know. Maybe it's just some ducks flopping around. I'm not sure. All right, well, the campsite's looking pretty clean and tidy. I checked my footage from yesterday and the day before to see what time the witching hour had started, and it was around 9:30, 9:45. So at 9:15, I started taking down the bug shelter and the hammock, and that's all put away now, so I don't have to do that in the morning. I like to get out as early as possible tomorrow just because I want to get home early so I can, you know, get a bunch of stuff done and not feel super rushed about going to work on Tuesday. So yeah, that's it. Plus I need to go to bed early. I've been staying up pretty late every night, and then I'm tired all day long, so hopefully I get a good night's rest tonight. Oh, there's the beaver. Oh, he just disappeared just as fast as he popped up. It's 9:45 and the buzzing is starting to get crazy. Oh, look at that. But I'm doing this. Isn't that beautiful? It's kind of hard to get away from that, but I gotta go now. Well, it's night 4 and I'm just getting ready to go to bed. Came in the tent and been organizing all my stuff so I can get up tomorrow and just kind of make my oatmeal and change and pack up this little bit of stuff and then make my way out. I like to get out as early as possible tomorrow. I mean, like, not like I'm getting up at 4 a.m. or anything, but you know, daylight, whatever. I shouldn't have much to do in the morning, make my oatmeal, and then just pack up my sleep stuff in my tent, and everything else should be done pretty much It's really warm. It's 23.6 degrees right now. So it's quite warm. It's about 10:15, and I don't know how the time just flies by. Like I don't know. All day it's like so slow, and then time for bed. Oh, 8 o'clock. Oh, it's 10:30. You know. I want to try to get like a good amount of sleep, because when I wake up early, like when I wake up at 5 and then I go to bed at 11, like it just kind of sucks because I only get 6 hours of sleep. If I go to bed at 9 and I wake up at 5, then, you know, that's a bit more helpful. But whatever, last night of the trip anyways. So really great trip so far. I'm still hoping to see some wildlife. I don't know if I mentioned it on the way up here on the highway. I saw a porcupine running across the highway. Well, he wasn't running. Porcupines are very slow. So he was just kind of moseying across the highway, and the guy in front of me slowed down and stopped, and then I saw it. And it was the first time I've seen a porcupine in real life, so that was really neat. Yeah, I saw some weird things this weekend so far. The seagulls and the tadpoles, that snake. I saw a turtle jumping off of a log. I think it was yesterday. Not too much of anything really. A couple weird tracks. Um, Lots of bullfrogs. Heard lots of loons all weekend. That's been amazing. Just, I haven't heard a lot of calls. I've seen loons the last 4 trips I was on, but I haven't heard a lot of calls, and they've been calling. The one night was nonstop. Heard a barred owl. Yeah, I'm sure there's stuff I'm forgetting, but hopefully there's something bigger tomorrow. You never know. And yeah, I'm going to get to bed so I can get up and get moving in the morning. And I will see you there. Good night. I clearly have the best timing. I just came out to pee real quick and the moon popped out. Good morning. Hello. Look at the wildlife I'm seeing. Wow. Hi. It's 6:30 a.m. on Monday, July 3rd, and I'm here all packed up and ready to go at my campsite on Claim Lake. I am heading over into the corner of the lake, just a very short paddle over to do a 1,360-meter portage that will take me into Dunlop Lake, which is my access lake. I need to paddle about maybe 5-ish kilometers, I haven't really measured, to get through Dunlop to the access where my car is parked, and that will end my trip for this weekend. Really great time here at Blind River Provincial Park. I enjoyed it so much. So I better stop procrastinating and get on my way. Thank you very much, campsite. Miigwech, you are wonderful. Nice to see you again today with a beautiful, fully blue sky, no clouds in sight. Oh, amazing. The best weather. I'm so grateful. Well, it's 5 to 7. I'm still here at the start of the portage. Had a couple of last minute bathroom issues there. I think I'm good now. I'm going to start with the canoe just because it's such a long portage. That way I can put it down and come back and get the pack and do piggyback. Oh, hopefully I can make it all the way in one go with the canoe, but we'll see. The yoke screw is still having some trouble, but I've got it on good enough that I think it'll hold. So off I go. So many bugs. Oh my God, look at them all. Oh, so many. I did it. Oh, 7:27. Got the canoe here at Dunlop Lake. Pretty decent portage, a couple small uphills at the start, and a bit overgrown here and there. The end was a little bit crazy too. there were 2 different paths to go, and I took the one to the left, which ended up going on for like another 3 or 4 minutes. Not sure where the other one went, if I should have taken that one, but it looked really rough. So anyways, I gotta go back and get the pack. The bugs are horrendous right now. My face is all red. I'm sweating. I'm super hot and super buggy. But I'm glad I have the canoe over here, and I just have to go back and get the pack. So yay. All right, so this is the crossing. I almost put the boat down here, but I didn't because the rocks were so nice, so flat. All of them, of course, almost all of them securely in place. I always find the ones that move. So just before I got to this section here, there was a turnoff. There's a big log in the water, a big tree in the water. So it was to go this way, but it just looked nasty. So it was a little bit further to go in the other direction, but once I crossed that rock bridge, once I crossed that creek, it wasn't bad at all. This part was a little bit gnarly. Oh yes, here's the other one. There were 2 going down. If there's a trail that continues on, and when it stops or looks like it's going to stop, 9 times out of 10, that one that continues on is the one you should take because there's a reason it's there. And most of the time these days, I make the extra effort to go down that extra path, extension of the Portage, because it's there for a reason. And when I've taken the shorter ones or the non-extensions, I generally end up in some type of conundrum. So, all right, so most of the Portage looks like this. There are some overgrown sections, but most of it looks like this. And it just goes up and down and around and over, and nothing crazy, thankfully. Okay, so 8:30, I should be done the Portage. As I don't have any more delays. I got a long walk ahead of me, so I'll see you in a bit. Hopefully next time I see you, I'll be at the other side. All done. You can see the bugs. I'm biting my hands. Oh, when I'm on a Portage and it's never ending and I need a little pick-me-up, I pull out a Jolly Rancher. Half an hour to go and I'll be back on the water with just a bit of paddling to do to make my way out. I still can't believe I didn't see any people on this whole trip. It's awesome. Lots of bugs though. All right, it is 8:33. The bugs are still horrendous and I'm getting the F out of here. I have made it to Dunlop Lake with all the things, and I'm about to paddle this beautiful mirror water. Sun is shining, it's nice and warm, maybe a little too warm. And yeah, I'm excited to get on the water. So let's go. Well, it's just after 9 o'clock and I'm just paddling along here on Dunlop Lake. It's not what I expected, or maybe it's just too early, I don't know. I went past a man fishing in a speedboat. He did not have the motor running, he was just sitting in the boat fishing. Then past a man swimming alongside a woman in a kayak and a child on a paddleboard with a kayak paddle. Also very, very quiet. Both wished me a good morning. And there's a speedboat just up to the left of me. Again, just sitting quietly fishing. No motor running. I haven't had any like big crazy speedboats flying past me or anything, although again it is only 9 in the morning on a holiday Monday, but I'm quite pleased. I don't know if in a couple hours this will be a different lake, or if this is just nice and quiet like this all the time, but regardless, I'm truly grateful. Pretty impressed that these sunglasses made it through the entire trip with me and managed to complete it without falling apart. The lens did fall out twice, but they've pretty much stuck together, and these sunglasses have been on a lot of trips with me, so I will be happily retiring them when I get home. But thanks, sunglasses. You've been a great help to me on many adventures, and I will definitely miss having you on my future trips. This perfect mirror. If you're seeing some wee ripples, it's just because a pontoon boat just came by, and it's just cruising the lake, going very slowly. So it's just making a little tiny bit of waves. Somebody's working on their cottage here. I hear a saw going. And other than that, it's super quiet out here. I'm thinking maybe the access won't be as crazy as I was assuming it would be, which would be fantastic. I just looked over to say good morning to someone over here and turned around, and the loon was like literally 10 feet away from my boat. That was fun. All right, making my way slowly but surely. Just past those islands is the access. I can see a boat coming from there, I think so. All right, well, it's 9:40. Just a little over an hour since I left the Portage going into Dunlop. And I have made it back to the access where my car is parked. Thankfully, it doesn't look like anybody's here right now getting boats in and out of the water, so I'm very grateful. And I'm just going to pull up the boat here and start bringing my stuff up to my car quickly and get out of the way in case somebody comes. And that's a wrap. Well, I'm just paddling out. I'm going to put this at the end of the video as a little recap. Really great time at the Blind River Provincial Park. Huge thank you to my friend who suggested the route to me. Really proud of myself for making it all the way through the lower loop. It was definitely not my intention when I started out, and I just said I would play it by ear and take my time and enjoy the area and see what happened, and if I felt up to certain things I would do them, and I did. So even though it wasn't as challenging or remote as trip, well, it was remote. I didn't see a single person. I saw lots of people on my other trip, and I would consider that more remote. So even though it wasn't as challenging as my last big trip in Temagami a month ago, I still challenged myself, and I'm quite proud of myself for being able to complete this loop when I didn't even intend to. So I hope you guys enjoyed the videos. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please click the subscribe button. Also click the bell for notifications. If you'd like to get more information on the stuff I use on my trips, please check out my website at CamperChristina.com. Thanks. Bye.